Stampin Up Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. And I'm here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
Except for last week. I say every week, almost every week. Where were we, Steve?
Well, we were on our way home from Austin, Texas, and we were on the world's longest layover.
Yeah.
And we were in Delta Lounge in Minneapolis.
And our flight that was supposed to get us home at 4:30, plenty of time to come see all of you, was canceled.
Yes, we didn't get to take off until 8:30.
Yeah. So
and then I told her, well, we've got our cell phones. We should just go live on our cell phones.
Except I didn't have my card. I didn't have, well, I guess I had cameras and the cell phones.
I just told her that, we would just do our witty banter for a little while.
Witty banter. Does everyone think your banter's witty?
Not everybody. And, it is supposed to be a card making video. So card making videos without cards is
okay.
Tough.
Please put in the comments if you enjoy Steve's banter or if you'd like to just watch me silently making cards.
This is a recipe for disappointment.
No. I don't think so. So who's on tonight so far, Steve?
Well, we've got Pat and Chris and Beth and Shirley. And Beth has been warning us about falling iguanas in Florida. Yes, it's supposed to get down below freezing. And the iguanas are in a frozen stupor and they fall out of the trees. And we were talking about what it would be like to have an iguana fall on you.
I don't think I'd be happy having an iguana.
I pointed that out.
Yeah.
I suggested that might be the case.
Yeah. I don't think so. We sure did have fun in Texas seeing Amy and Sean. And in fact, at the beginning of our banners tonight, there's some Amy information while we're talking about them. On Christmas Eve during the day, starting around 7 a.m., she's going to make a very intricate cake, and it takes several hours. So I think she pops in and out, and it's on Instagram. Is there a banner for her Instagram? Yep, Amy R. McCullough on Instagram. So just if you have a moment on Christmas Eve, check in and see what she's making. We don't know what kind of cake she's going to make. And then also on Facebook is the next banner. Yep. And on Facebook, she said it's not a live video, it's a story. So if you know the difference, look for a story on Amy's Facebook. And that is where you can find it. I am excited to see what kind of cake she's making and to get to watch this.
And she kind of does a running monologue. So it's a lot like our videos because she enjoys making fun of her mistakes. So
yeah, it should be fun. And we do hope you all have a very Merry Christmas this week. Yes. There is what did you call it? Snowmageddon coming and freezing cold temperatures.
I just watched our local news and they keep hyping it more and more and more. So, but there is an actual winter storm warning already for our area. So I think they're telling us to take it seriously.
Yeah. I'm not sure all our kids are going to get to come home.
I keep saying, in Des Moines, it's only going to be about 5 inches of snow, but then 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Only 5 inches of snow. I thought that part was kind of funny because that's a lot of snow.
That might drift into
not for our friends in Wyoming or Montana, but I mean, for Des Moines, that's a lot.
Oh, Bridget says she enjoys the banter.
I can always count.
And Bev says it wouldn't be Beth and Steve without the banter. It would be boring if it was just me, wouldn't it, Bev? Orly, I always say your name wrong. Orly says she enjoys it. Hi, Chris and Linda. Linda, I'm glad you made it. She told me she was going to be on tonight. Do you know if you have to be Amy's friend on Facebook to see the story? Do you know, Steve?
I do not know, but I don't think so.
I don't know. We can find that out, Bridget. Broadcast. But here's the fun fold that we're making tonight. And it's
you gotta unfold that.
I'm going to. It goes like this. Isn't that pretty, you guys? I really, really like this. And it's an original card. Jean and I came up with it. And I'm going to show you how to make it. So I'm not actually going to make one. There's a lot of fussy work in the Snowman Magic set with the hats and the arms and everything. So instead, I'm going to help you make a template. So get out some white cardstock or retired cardstock if you have some, and go ahead and make the template with me. There is, this is my other favorite card I made with Snowman Magic this year. Kind of on the same lines as this one, but this is just a normal, easy card.
I think that the silver on the blue is really pretty, and it's definitely winter-like.
Yeah. Well, the Stampin' Up people out there will know this is Orchid Oasis.
I call it blue.
Yeah. And on the back of this card, I did put sending wishes for a cool Christmas. And this will be the prize for Prize Patrol. Go ahead and put hashtag Prize Patrol in the comments, and we will draw at the end of the video. If you are new to my channel tonight, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it.
Poor lady's just rubbing it in now. 62 degrees in Deltona, Florida.
Oh, we are a little bit jealous, that's for sure. But what about the people who they haven't given StreamYard permission? There is, if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, if you give them permission, anyone who does a video on StreamYard, then we can see your name. We need to be able to see your name in order for you to be in Prize Patrol. So if you're watching for the first time, StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then please give them permission. They don't do anything with it. They just give us your name so we can see who's watching and commenting. Okay. What do you think, Steve? Oh, one more thing. I want to show you some of the Christmas cards I've gotten. I've gotten some beautiful handmade Christmas cards. This one is from Becky. She is one of my team members down in Florida with the warm weather. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. And she wrote a sweet note. This one is another team member, Sharon. She is in Eastern Iowa. We are called Joy Team, everyone on my team, and I just love this. She knew I would love it. I like to put joy on everything. I'm all about having joy in all circumstances. Our team is Joy Team, and this is beautiful. Thank you, Sharon.
I like the subtle red ribbon on the black and gray.
On that sparkly ornament. Isn't that pretty?
Yep.
And this one, I wonder if Chris Robinson on tonight. This beautiful card is from Chris. She lives in Pella, about 45 minutes from here. And she's not a team member, but I wish she was. She is, I think she's direct to Stampin' Up. And here's another one. This is Linda Mandernack. She lives about 45 minutes away. And she is been a team member for years and years. She used the paper pumpkin kit, which is beautiful. And this is from Cindy Lindquist. Funny story about her. When I first started doing online and started my blog, she was my first online customer. And do you remember this, Steve?
Yes.
I thought she was, what would you call that? I thought she was.
You thought that she was trying to swindle you.
Yeah, I thought she was a scammer because no one had ever bought from me online. I love you, Cindy. Sorry, I didn't believe that someone I didn't know would start.
I understand. It was like, I can't believe I'm succeeding.
Well, I had been scammed or tried, there's lots of scammers out there, but Cindy is not one, and she makes beautiful cards. So thank you, Cindy. And this beautiful card is from Glenda. She lives in Sioux City, and she is a sweet friend that I met through my blog and stamping. Such a pretty card. Here's another one made with that paper pumpkin kit. This is actually from Ann Shack, who is my upline, who lives in Burlington, Iowa.
That's a cool card. And that's a paper pumpkin?
It's a paper pumpkin.
Wow.
So with the paper pumpkin, you can see Linda and Ann made different cards, but very, very cute cards. Here's another Stampin' Up card. This is from Wendy, and she has been a Joy Team member. It's a beautiful card. Thank you, Wendy. And is Tony on tonight?
I haven't seen Tony yet.
Tony Shaw is on most Tuesday nights, and she sent me this beautiful card, the candy cane. That was from this year. So cute. And this is from my dear friend who is a Bible study fellowship, or has been a Bible study fellowship leader with me for years. And that is Barb Cease, and she's here in Des Moines. It's such a beautiful card. Thank you for all the cards. I really appreciate them. And so do you, right, Steve?
Yeah, and you know, it's like you know a lot of card makers or something.
You know, aren't we blessed?
Absolutely.
How many Christmas cards have we sent out? Would you believe I still plan to send Christmas cards? Unfortunately, right now the fudge factory is going. I've been packaging fudge, doing lots of things, but I have not sent Christmas cards yet. I do have some in-town things. I had my Joy Team Christmas party this last Friday night. So lots of things have been happening, just not the Christmas cards. Okay, so I have a unique way to show you the template. I finished it on one side, and then I have words and measurements on the other. So go ahead and make this with me if you'd like to. Oh, Deborah is watching for the first time. Are you watching on there, Steve? Welcome. Please come back again. I know some people saw this card on Mary Fish and came to see how to make it tonight. So what you need to make this card is the card base, and it's 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. And then we're going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and do this 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. And then we're just going to score it. Is my board in the right place?
It is. We can see
it. Good. Of course, the scoring blade is the light color. So I'm going to put the left edge at 1 inch and then 2 inches. And then all the way over to 7 1/2. Some people come on and watch us who aren't even card makers. Did you know that, Steve?
Well, they're welcome too.
Everybody's welcome. 7 1/2 and 8 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and score, burnish these lines. And do you see how it's like that? That is the first step of this. Now, inside the card, this is just typical, this parakeet party is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I use the die from the set. This big one is very useful. And I cut that out with the glimmer paper, the in-color glimmer paper. And then I use the sentiment. It's the most magical time of the year. And I stamped that with Versamark and heated it with silver embossed powder. So that's all I did for the center. Okay. So now what we're going to do is you can see that there's these diagonal lines. And the way you get the diagonal lines is I'm going to put this corner left edge at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to cut from the first score line, which is the 1 inch score line. Although I can't put my head under the camera to see. I might have to cut with my scissors a little bit. And I'm going to cut over to the edge. So 1/2 inch down, cut all the way to the 1 inch score line. Then at that line, we're going to go diagonally from the 1 inch score line up to this top corner, which would be the 2 inch score line. So we're just going to go diagonal. Can you see that?
Yep.
Very easy. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to put the left edge at 1/2 inch. Are you busy chatting with people by writing to them? You have to tell me what's going on. I'm feeling left out.
Thank you, Jill, for sharing from Ohio.
Oh, we do appreciate it when you share the video. It does really help.
Leanne, it's Merry Christmas. I had to wish her Merry Christmas back. I'm working.
Good job, honey. So again, I went down 1/2 inch and cut over to the first core line. And then I'm going to cut diagonally up to the next core line. So that is how the card base goes. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the side panels like this that we attach. And to do that, you need 2 of these, and they're 3 inches across and 3 3/4 inches up and down. And we're going to score these at 1 and 2. You are keeping up with graphics very well, aren't you?
Almost like I know what I'm doing. I really don't, to be clear, but it's almost like that.
Okay, so I scored it at 1 inch and 2 inches. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing we just did before. Okay, I'm going to put the left edge at a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to cut from the 1 inch, from the edge over to the 1 inch score line. And I cut a little more to get all the way to the score line. And then between the 1 inch and the 2 inch, I'm just going to cut diagonally up to this point. Does anyone have questions? Ask Steve in the comments if you don't know what I'm doing for that. So we're going to do the same thing twice and then just turn one over because they're sloping down in opposite ways. Okay. So now what we're going to do is take this, and I drew pictures. Here, I'm going to get this trimmer out of the way. Okay, so here's the side. See where I say glue here? So we're going to put glue right there or glue on the back side. And we're just going to attach these two like that. I'm just going to paper clip it for now because when I make this cardigan, I'll get out this template and it's easier for me to see it if part of it's apart.
So I think I missed a banner. Adhere both ends to the card base?
Yes, we're adhering both ends to the card base right now.
Okay.
So on this little 1 inch section that we cut down diagonally and then it goes straight, we're putting the 3 by 3 3/4 we just made, gluing that right on top of it, and then it goes diagonally and down straight. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And we're gluing that on both sides the exact same way. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 pieces again, and it's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then if you want layers, Steve's going to show you the layers. The first layer is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2, and the second layer is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Especially if you're not in the US, if you want to make skinnier layers.
I need to correct that.
Go ahead. What are you correcting?
That both of those banners said the same thing.
Layer 2 should be just the first part instead of 2 1/2 but 2 1/4. It's funny, I checked all those, but it's right here. Can you tell me what you're changing it to now? You're making me nervous.
2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 3 1/4.
2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then what's layer 1 say?
2 1/2 by 3 1/2.
And then what's the full thing? 2 3/4 by 3 3/4.
Right.
Yay. Thank you for saving the day there, Steve. And then you're just going to layer these together. You can see on my card, the original part, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 is the Orchid Oasis. And then I have the silver foil, which is layer 1. And then I have the snowflake vellum, which is layer 2. And then I just decorated this. The bunny is stamped and is done in silver embossed powder. The little bird is popped up in the tree. And then the same thing basically on the other side. Okay.
So we're adhering to 1 inch area on both sides of the card?
Yes. So this area that we glued this piece onto this piece is also the area. We're going to put glue on the back here, and we're going to slide it right on top of that. So there's actually 3 layers here. There's the card base, there's where we attach the extension, and then the glue. Don't put any glue on the rest of the back, just on that little section. So we have 3 layers right there.
You know, I think this would be a prime card for folks to rewatch the video and stop it periodically.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of measurements and lots of steps, but it's really not that hard. It's just a repetition, right?
Right.
You're making 3 different panels.
Right. And it is easy if you just go ahead and do it. So now we're going to do the next panel, which is the little snowman and snow lady panels. And for this panel, you cut 2 again, and it's 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then we have layers again going down by 1/4 inches. Layer 1 should say 2 inches by 3 inches. Here it is. And then layer 2 would be 1 3/4 by 2 and 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then they just layer together. Again, I did the silver foil and the snowman vellum, and then decorated the cute little snow lady. Okay, after you have this piece put together, you again put glue on the back and glue on this 1-inch section, and it goes together like this. So you can see on this side. So tell me, does everyone understand how to put this card together? So it's pretty easy. You have the card base, you have the 2 extensions on both sides, and then you have your layers of 3 pieces with the big one that goes here, and then 3 more pieces that go here. And once you glue the extension on, you're going to glue just that little piece of this to that extension. And then the same thing here. This gets glued just to the left, just this little section.
So they're like stair steps.
Stair steps. Is it all perfectly clear? I sure hope so.
The finished card again now.
Okay. So if you look at the back of the finished card, you can see the stair steps. And if you look at the front, remember there's no glue anywhere. I should show you the same side I've been showing you. You put no glue on the back. Only the 1-inch section where it attaches to the card is where the glue goes. So you can see it there. So yeah, I think it's a fun card. One thing I will warn you about is it's a little thick. I'm not sure you can mail it with just a regular stamp. It might be too thick, but it looks super hard, but it's easy, right?
Well, this is one that people, since it's an entire scene, and since you can have fun decorating each panel a little bit differently,
right?
It's something that you can set on a table or a desk. It's almost like a Christmas decoration. You can pull up.
Absolutely, mantle or on a table. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Oh, Tony is on now. Did you see, Tony? I showed your Christmas card tonight. Okay, so that's our card. Go back and watch it again for the measurements. I also will put the measurements in the blog post. This was on my blog last week, and I'll go ahead and put the measurements there as well. So what about Prize Patrol?
Oh, should we do Prize Patrol? To be entered for Prize Patrol, you need to, in the comments, enter hashtag Prize Patrol.
Has no one been doing Prize Patrol yet?
What Tony just did.
Yeah.
That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Thanks for demonstrating, Tony. So I'll let people start to do that while I get lined up to.
Marlene said the card is so pretty. Thank you, Marlene. That makes me so happy. Who else is going to do Prize Patrol? Tony's going to win if no one else does it.
10 people entered so far.
Oh, good. Good, good. Who else wants to win this card? If you do win, you have to email me at beth@stampingmom.com and put hashtag Prize Patrol in the subject line so it's easy for me to find it and send you your card. And I could literally send this card tomorrow. That would be good. So I hope you're all getting ready for Christmas. We just had some Christmas goodies dropped off at our door a little bit ago. Did you sneak into the goodies, Steve, or did you leave them alone?
No, I've been very good.
Have you?
Sneak into the treats. Well, I would, except I wasn't sure how to open the canister that they're in.
Okay, the truth is told. So when we were in San Antonio last week, we went to SeaWorld. I've got to tell you, going to the Shamu show and the Beluga show and seeing the penguins, and it was so much fun.
The most amazing thing was the biggest Christmas light show in Texas.
It was beautiful. And the Riverwalk, we went to a restaurant, Mexican restaurant on the Riverwalk, and went on the boats through the Riverwalk. And we walked, I know with my ACL repair, I haven't done a lot of walking. We walked 14,000 steps on Saturday while we were there. And that's about 10,000 more than I walked any day since my surgery 6 months ago. So, and you know, my knee's feeling better. Maybe I just needed a day to push it hard. Do you think?
Go. I'm all for that. I mean, that's how I would do it, but I'm not going to recommend that because then it'll be my fault if it backfires.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you ready to do
Is everybody in the prize patrol that wants to be?
Going through a beautiful card.
The only person who can't win, you can win once a month, is Mary Ellen. She already won.
And we're going around the horn. Here we go. The winner is Beth
Stokes. Yay, Beth.
This will brighten up your day if you do have an iguana fall out of a tree.
That is awesome. And Bev, I'm pretty sure I have your address, so I will just go ahead and send it to you. You just tell me Price Patrol. But I hope you enjoyed seeing this card, and I'm so excited. Our new catalog starts January 5th. I actually have a banner, Steve. You can email me if you are not a demonstrator and you would like to purchase your Stampin' Up through me. I would love to send you a catalog.
The spring catalog?
The spring catalog, yes. Oh, and that, what he's showing you there is the product shares. I will order and expedite the order on January 5th, and I have product shares, ribbon, paper, and embellishments, and they will go out quickly. We're going to travel later in January, so mine are going to be done
lickety split.
Lickety split. Are you helping with those, Steve?
You know, I'll do what I have to do so we can leave on time.
Okay, that'll be good. You guys, again, we hope you have a blessed Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you come back next Tuesday and have a wonderful and blessed week. Bye, everybody.